Once again, I'd really like to thank all of you for attending the second National Outreach Conference for Counseling Centers Inspired. I hope you have been inspired by the colleagues you've met from across the country. We've had 30 colleges and universities represented who've traveled as far as Texas, California, Florida, and New York. I hope you have been inspired to bring back new ideas to your counseling centers and that you feel recharged and have a stronger sense of connection to our field and your colleagues from across the country who share a passion for outreach. I want to share with the larger group that after last year's inaugural conference, there was wonderful energy and motivation regarding creating a national outreach organization for counseling center professionals. This was followed up by a conference call on June 18th, 2008, in which we shared ideas about the benefits of having a national organization. We discussed creating an organization similar to the already established ones such as the associations for counseling center directors, training directors, and clinical directors. The benefits that we talked about was having a network of support and resources, providing mentoring to those new in outreach administration, not feeling like an N of one, solidifying our professional identity, and setting up standards for training. One outcome of this phone meeting was creating a subcommittee consisting of Sharon Meir, Asidao Wadwani, and Gary Glass, who would create a survey exploring how outreach is conducted at other universities and colleges, and also the thoughts of others regarding a national organization. Some of you may have actually filled out this survey. And one of the things I would like is for the subcommittee to actually have this posted online so all of us can share in these survey results. Now yesterday, those who originally expressed an interest in going deeper into a discussion about the future of a national organization met for a working luncheon. This included Asidao Wadwani, Charlotte Amenkian, Tom Golightly, Sharon Meir, Gary Glass, Stacy Pearson, Laura Ibadi, Vicki Hayes, Kathy Staley, Connie Briscoe, Ed Hubner, Todd Sevig, and myself. We looked more closely at the mission statements and governing structures of the three major associations: directors, training directors, clinical directors, plus also looked at APEC. For those interested in history, the very first was the Directors Organization, which began in 1950, followed by APEC in 1968, ACTA in 1973, and most recently the Clinical Directors in 1996. We thought about possible names for our organization, including the National Association for Counseling Center Outreach and the Association for College Counseling Center Outreach. Having a name including association was discussed, and a suggestion was made to keep it similar to the others so as to gain more support and to fold into the other associations more smoothly. We also discussed themes that would be important to include in our mission statement or statement of purpose, including words like diversity, inclusivity, community of support, networking, training, exchange of ideas, and reaching out to schools who have not been able to make it to the last two conferences. We also discussed governing structure ideas. We really need to start off with enough structure to initiate the organization, but to also be flexible and fluid in regards to change. We need to continue exploring the startups of the other major associations. There's so much history to be learned there. We thought about having a steering committee with subcommittees to address the needs. An idea that Todd and I explored further yesterday was thinking about maybe having a chair of this committee and subcommittees. One of the subcommittees could actually be dedicated to further study of a more detailed organizing structure and would give recommendations which would be vetted by total membership. Other subcommittees could include an annual conference planning subcommittee. I feel very strongly that this conference needs to be done annually in order to establish ourselves firmly, especially since we are still in our infancy stage. There is already a foundation and the structure, resources, and model of how to do a conference successfully. I am happy to share that we have 2 individuals who are willing to step up. Now, these are still possibilities because we all know it doesn't just mean us deciding. Right? But I'd like to say that Tom Golightly has suggested Brigham Young University, and Kathy Staley has suggested University of Iowa. Kathy was actually already thinking of a theme for next year, which includes new beginnings, because this really is a new beginning for our profession as Outreach Counseling Center professionals. Another subcommittee could include a mission statement subcommittee. They would work on the ideas generated during the meeting and turning it into a draft statement that would be vetted by total membership. And of course, we would need a membership subcommittee as well. I'll be sending this out actually to all of us who have registered this year as well as last year to get greater feedback. But some tentative ideas include keeping maybe the steering committee to people in designated coordinator or director roles in outreach, whereas the conference would be open to all of those who are passionate about outreach, who don't necessarily have an appointed role. Another is maybe having more than one representative from each center. Possibly looking at other models like ACTA, who has a diversity scholar program that essentially helps nurture those who may be future training directors. And using technology to help all staff members who are interested in outreach. There is an outreach listserv. For those of you who are not a part of that, I encourage you to be a part of that. That is another way of building really strong community. But I've also put together a Facebook page, and this is very much a draft, to really help share ideas, because you can put photos up there, you can put videos up there, all of those different things. So let me just pull that up. So those who are nervous about joining Facebook, I understand. I actually only started recently. But you can put your privacy settings very high, so don't worry about clients looking at it. So check that out. So in closing, I want you to know that we as a counseling center profession are making history. Yesterday, on June 4th, 2009, in the Vandenberg Room of the Michigan League at the University of Michigan, a national organization for counseling center outreach professionals was born. Today, on June 5th, 2009, in the Hussey Room of the Michigan League at the University of Michigan, I am formally announcing the establishment of an association of College Counseling Center Outreach to all of you, my colleagues, my outreach community. You have inspired me, and I hope you leave inspired knowing that you have made history. You are living history right now. Go back to your centers, talk to your colleagues, talk to your administrators, and let them know what has happened during these past 2.5 days. I'm just proud to be here and be connected to all of you. So I wish you safe travels. I look forward to continued connection with all of you, and let's make this grow even more.